Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Thanks for stopping by for another episode here at alliseeisW, where the goal of this channel is gain on positive proceeds, lead with an altruistic mindset. In today's video, we'll be covering latest updates with Bitcoin as well as latest updates with the big three Bitcoin miners, CleanSpark, Riot, and Mara. Will cover latest updates, what my technical analysis price prediction is for the rest of 2025. And if you're new to this channel, I would really appreciate you smashing the like, subscribing for more related content. Let's begin, guys.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think going into late 26, your forecast for Bitcoin and Ether are pretty good, yes?
Not mine, but our teams. Yeah. So we're looking for continued follow through there. It kind of comes back to your discussion earlier on how to think about your alts in terms of gold and crypto. And I think your commentary is spot on there. I mean, I think we just have to allow that. You have a very aggressive momentum driven equity market. And so I think people don't want to miss that. So you're looking for your hedging opportunity. And the way we see it, in addition to central bank buying, as you mentioned, I think that those two asset classes become hedges of choice as you're trying to navigate this ongoing strength, highly valued, but momentum driven equity market.
So there you have it. Citibank forecasting that the trend will continue and perform late through 2026. Let's take a look at this post. Probability of the Federal Reserve cutting interest rates again this month rises to 96%. Polymarket is bullish that we're going to get continual rate cuts. In fact, we're going to get rate cuts in October, and we're going to have Jerome Powell speak in this week. Dennis Porter posts his new academic research estimating that we'll have a 75% chance Bitcoin goes to $1.15 million by 2028. That's so bullish. I mean, you think about it, we're almost getting to 2026. So that's not too far away. And forecasting Bitcoin price to surge above $1 million, that's very bullish as we think about, it just being a few years from now. Watcher Guru posts Senator Cynthia Lummis says she is working to eliminate taxes on small Bitcoin transactions. And, we've heard a lot about strategic Bitcoin reserve. I believe the government, they're still trying to find ways to acquire Bitcoin as, in budget neutral ways. And this is one opportunity to really try to reduce taxes and get more people to use Bitcoin through day-to-day transactions. Professor Post is picking the right theme can help you achieve your goals 10 times sooner. Crypto theme and leaders year to date. I mean, Iron has done so well year to date, 472% gains. That's huge. Cypher, 262%. Wolf 126%, Riot 112%, CleanSpark 105%. We got Hut, Coin, BTBT, IBIT, and Mara down at the bottom 20%. We'll be covering Riot, CleanSpark, and Mara. But when you look at the slowest horse right now, Mara, will they kick into gears and start, speeding up the percentage gains? It's very possible, and we're still not, at the end of Q4 yet. So there's still a lot of time for, the underperformers to catch up. But obviously, I mean, with Iron, $5 stock getting to, over $60, I think these percentages is not factoring in the low points. This is based on year to date. Let's take a look at Bitcoin Treasury. So, strategy, obviously, we know there's no second best, 640,000 Bitcoins that they have in their balance sheet. Look at the company right behind them, Mara. I mean, Mara year to date's only up 20%. I really do think Mara is a low risk, high potential play, especially with the current price action. I definitely do think it's undervalued. Just focusing on Riot Platforms, I mean, they're right at that threshold, getting close to 20,000 Bitcoins on their balance sheet. So, they're ranked seventh place. So, having over 19,000 Bitcoins, that's a lot of Bitcoins. You got CleanSpark, they're ramping up now over 13,000 Bitcoins. So that's looking very bullish as well. So the big three Bitcoin miners, these are the top dogs when it comes to HODL. And as Bitcoin price continues to go up, I really do think that the big three Bitcoin miners are going to be very favorable just with the return on investment, especially hodling Bitcoin and the price of Bitcoin goes up. These, stocks are really going to fly. CEO Matthew Schultz, I mean, not too long ago, there was recent leadership change where now he's the primary leader of CleanSpark, and he actually met up with, some government folks, phenomenal dinner in DC last night, now enjoying Dallas, talking about our next growth plans with my buddy Mike Alfred and the incredible Greg Abbott, Texas. So what's going on? I mean, they're most likely talking about, partnerships, how to expand, crypto mining, HPC AI data center. So this is really putting CleanSpark as well as, the miners in a position where this is really going to be, high demand for energy capacity in CleanSpark. We're seeing a lot of investor interest in the company overall. Donald Dean posts about CleanSpark. He's saying, weekly chart price targets $22 to $27 is his assessment. CleanSpark is making a breakout after a multi-year consolidation pattern and descending wedge. You can see from the chart the 50% retracement level was previous resistance and is the next target at $22. After that, $27 at the 618 fib level. So definitely do see it hitting that level. I don't think it's going to be an if. I definitely do see it as a when as time progresses for CleanSpark. Cantonese Cat, he posts about Riot. He's been charting Riot a lot, and there's reason for him to chart Riot, even though he doesn't hold on to Riot platforms, and he holds on to Mara and CleanSpark. But he sees the value. He's beginning to see the technicals favoring Riot platforms as well. He's saying bullish katana spotted. We're looking at the monthly, and Riot looks like it wants to break above the Ichimoku cloud. I mean, it's been hovering below this cloud for many years now, since like 2021 when it had that run up from like $3 to $70, and it's just been pushed down with this gravitational pull down with price action. But this is looking very bullish. On the monthly candle, we're seeing it, break into the cloud range, and soon enough, as we, progress through Q4, it may be very possible that Riot Platforms just squeezes above the Ichimoku cloud, and it's going to be sunshine and rainbows. Salmo posts dark pool print. So, we got a big time whale buying $115 million worth of Riot Platforms at $22 with the big position. That's like 5.2 million shares of Riot Platforms. This whale is bullish on Riot, buying at $22. This whale believes that there's going to be a lot more upside, which is why, this whale is hedging $115 million with the stock. Chris posts, your time is coming, Mara Bulls. I have a technical price target of $42 at the absolute minimum over the next several weeks, months. So, he's bullish that, we're going to see some nice bullish upsides get to the 1.618 golden ratio, with Mara. And we're seeing Mara be a lagging miner right now. And I think just with the position that they have over, close to 53,000 Bitcoins on their balance sheet. And because they're, considering HPC AI soon enough, Mara share price will skyrocket. Cantonese Cat posts about Mara. He says, I maintain this stupid Elliott wave count for Mara. So, he has wave one already playing out. We got wave two, sub wave one of three, sub wave two of three, and then sub wave three of three, most powerful of them all at 1.618. That puts you at the golden ratio. Price will be somewhere around that $150. So, will it happen? Only time will tell. Let's go through my technical analysis. We got CleanSpark. What I want to just, call out is we had oversold signals back in September. And what have we seen since? Continual smart money, whales buying up CleanSpark. We got that momentum indicator turned on at 962, which is the key bullish momentum indicator, giving us indicators that there's confluence. We're seeing price action move up relative to, the RSI. And what have we seen since? We got, bullish momentum to the upside. And I believe we're going to see a lot more room for CleanSpark to just, continue hovering up. So this is looking very bullish every time when we have that, red candle followed by purple candles along with increased volume, market sentiment, I think soon enough we're going to see it break above $26 shortly. Let's take a look at Riot Platforms. So, we're looking at Riot on the monthly scale. I mean, look back during 2021, we saw, increase in whale buying, smart money increase the amount of shares during that time during the bull run up when it just went like skyrocket, like $1 all the way up to like $80. And we had that red signal back in May of 2020, which was like more than 5 years ago. We recently just got that red signal on the monthly indicator as well. What are we seeing? We're seeing purple candles play out on the monthly candle. If things play out the same way where history rhymes, we tend to see it for every, Bitcoin cycle. If it gets to that 1.618 golden ratio, that puts you at like $120. So only time will tell. I think things are looking very favorable right now. The company is, considering, positioning itself as a data center. They got the land, they got the energy in Texas. That's where you want to be right now with low energy costs. There's going to be a potential partnership with the client, and that may very well send the stock up to these type of levels that we've seen. For every 5 years, we tend to see a big, massive run up, and I really do think that Rye can have that nice big breakout. Let's take a look at Mara's technical analysis. So key thing is we see that red candle momentum indicator turned on back in September 30th. So about 8 days now, and we're beginning to see, some progression with the price action. I mean, we got resistance at the 0.78, $20 range, and where we are right now, we're now creating support at the prior resistance. That's definitely a key thing we want to see. We're seeing a cup and handle formation play out, so definitely do see that we're going to see a breakout here. We're going to retest, the 1.618 fib. 20 puts us at $26, but I definitely do think that it will have steam to bypass all of that. I mean, this stock not too long ago, late 2024, over $30. So it's just a matter of time where I'm thinking we're gonna, break above the 2.618 fib levels. We're gonna get somewhere around, close to even $40 is my price prediction. We're seeing whales load up because they know it's a low risk play right now. We retested the fib at 0.618, definitely broke above that. Now we're testing the 0.786, which we've already broken. And now we're just going to continue to test the different levels. And Mara is going to have a nice send it field day. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, comments down below. Let me know where you're watching from, what your predictions are, what you enjoyed about this video. And if you haven't already done so, I would really appreciate you, subscribing, liking this video. Thanks, guys.